Deep in the heart of the dense Indonesian jungle lies a cursed temple. Legend has it that the Cursed Temple of Jakarta holds unspeakable horrors, whispered stories of doom that send shivers down the spines of the locals. Despite the warnings and the dark rumors, a group of thrill-seekers had decided to venture into the temple's depths, their curiosity overpowering their fear. The group, consisting of 5 brave souls, gathered at the entrance of the temple. Their faces were a mixture of excitement and nervousness, their eyes darting around as they prepared to uncover the secrets that lay within. Mauricio, the bold and daring leader of the group, stood before them, taking a deep breath. "All right, everyone," Mauricio said, his voice steady. "Remember, we're here for one thing and one thing only: to document the truth behind this cursed temple. Stay close, stay together, and don't touch anything unless I say otherwise." The group nodded, their wide eyes fixed on Mauricio. As they descended deeper into the temple, the air grew heavy, the silence crawling up their skin like 1,000 tiny spiders. The flickering torches along the walls cast eerie shadows, their dancing patterns seemingly alive. "This place gives me the creeps," whispered Sarah, her voice trembling. Mauricio flashed her a reassuring smile. "Don't worry, Sarah. Stick close to me, and nothing will harm you." Suddenly, a loud clatter echoed through the hall, causing the group to jump in alarm. They looked around, their hearts pounding in their chests. What was? Peter's words were cut short as he turned and saw a lifeless statue rolling towards them. Its vacant eyes seemed to mock them as it came to a stop at their feet. "That's strange," murmured Helen, the group's skeptic. "Statues aren't supposed to move. Maybe it's a trick." Before anyone could respond, the ground beneath them rumbled and cracked. The group stumbled, struggling to regain their balance as the floor gave way beneath their feet. "Hold on!" shouted Mauricio, as they plummeted into a hidden chamber below. The chamber was a maze of narrow corridors and crumbling walls. The group found themselves separated, each member's terrified screams echoing through the darkness. Minutes turned into an eternity as they desperately searched for each other, their hopes fading like the dying torches. Finally, Mauricio and Sarah stumbled upon each other in a dimly lit room. "Thank goodness," whispered Sarah, her voice laden with relief. "You have no idea how scared I was." Mauricio pulled her into a tight embrace. "We'll find the others, Sarah. We won't leave anyone behind." As they continued their search, they encountered more eerie sights: ancient artifacts glowing with an otherworldly light, writings on the walls that seemed to drip blood, and the constant whispers that filled the air. Suddenly, a voice filled the chamber, a seductive, haunting melody that bewitched them both. Entranced, Mauricio and Sarah followed the voice, unaware of the danger that awaited them. The voice led them to a room bathed in an eerie blue light. In the center, an ancient altar stood, covered in cryptic markings and dripping with an unknown substance. Staring at it, Mauricio felt a deep, primal pull, something that lured him closer against his better judgment. "Mauricio, don't!" Sarah cried out, but her words fell on deaf ears as he reached out to touch the cursed altar. Just as his fingertips brushed the surface, a blinding light engulfed the room. Mauricio screamed, his pain echoing through the temple. In that instant, he transformed into a hideous creature, a vessel for the evil that permeated the temple. Horrified, Sarah stumbled back. "Mauricio, no! What have you become?" The creature that was once Mauricio let out a guttural laugh. "A vessel of darkness, my love. Now we shall reign together." Sarah's eyes filled with tears as she raised her weapon, a small dagger she had found earlier. "I won't let that happen, Mauricio. I'm ending this curse, once and for all." With all her bravery, Sarah lunged at the creature, burying the dagger deep into its heart. The creature let out a blood-curdling shriek before crumbling to the ground. lifeless. The curse broken. The temple trembled and shook as if it were sighing with relief. The walls crumbled, revealing the night sky above. Sarah stumbled out of the temple, her body trembling from the ordeal. The rest of the group, safe and untouched by the curse, awaited her outside. Their expressions turned from fear to relief as they saw her emerge. "Sarah, you're alive!" exclaimed Peter, rushing to her side. Sarah nodded weakly, a mix of sadness and triumph in her eyes. But Mauricio, he couldn't be saved. He became a monster. The group stood in silence, mourning the loss of their friend and leader. They had all paid a heavy price to uncover the truth behind the curse, and it was a price they would remember for the rest of their lives. Weeks passed, and the cursed temple became nothing more than a haunting memory. The survivors went their separate ways, forever changed by their ordeal. Yet, their curiosity remained unsatisfied, their thirst for adventure unquenched. One day, Sarah received a mysterious email. The sender claimed to have information about another cursed location, one even more terrifying than Jakarta's temple. The group was beckoned to Turkey, to the haunted depths of the abandoned asylum of Istanbul. Sarah's heart skipped a beat as she read the email, her fingers trembling with both fear and excitement. She knew, deep down, that she couldn't resist the call of the unknown. "We have a new mission," she declared to herself. Determined, she reached out to the other survivors, Peter, Helen, and the two members who had managed to escape unharmed. Their response was unanimous: they were in. The group reunited in Istanbul, their nerves on edge as they stood before the crumbling, decaying asylum. The air was thick with a sense of impending doom, the twisted whispers of tortured souls swirling around them. "All right, everyone," Sarah said, her voice steady, mirroring Mauricio's from that fateful day in Jakarta's temple. "Remember the rules. Stay together, trust no one, and be prepared for the worst." The group nodded, their faces etched with determination. They entered the asylum, their footsteps echoing through the desolate halls as they ventured further into darkness. The asylum welcomed them with an icy chill, its walls dripping with the memories of the tormented. Shadows danced, casting their ominous silhouettes on the corridor walls like macabre puppets. Suddenly, a distant wail filled the air, the sound piercing their already fragile nerves. It was a cry for help, a plea from a trapped soul. The group quickened their pace, following the sound deeper into the asylum's heart. The closer they got to the source, the more twisted and oppressive the atmosphere became. Rooms filled with broken furniture and faded photographs told stories of forgotten anguish, of shattered minds and broken spirits. As they turned a corner, they stumbled upon a scene they could never forget. In the center of the room, a young woman, her face twisted in horror, was suspended in midair, her body contorted and writhing. Peter, always the skeptic, questioned the situation. "This can't be real. It must be some sort of elaborate trick." Helen, her voice filled with anguish, retorted, "Do you think we're in a haunted theme park, Peter? This is real, and we need to help her." They cautiously approached the writhing woman, their hearts pounding as they pondered how to free her. After what seemed like an eternity, Sarah reached out and touched the woman, breaking the invisible chains that held her captive. With a gasp of relief, the woman fell to the ground, her body limp but alive. Before anyone could speak, she opened her eyes, her gaze piercing through them. "You fools," she whispered, her voice filled with malice. "You have unleashed a darkness far greater than you can comprehend. Run, before it devours your souls." Without another word, the woman vanished into thin air, leaving the group speechless and terrified. Panic surged through their veins as they fled from the asylum, their hearts pounding in their chests. As they reached the exit, a terrifying creature, more sinister than anything they had ever seen, appeared before them, blocking their way. You cannot escape, the creature hissed, its voice a chilling echo. Sarah stood tall, her voice trembling but unwavering. We won't let you win. We'll find a way to stop you, no matter what. The creature let out a bone-chilling laughter that reverberated through the asylum. Fools, you are but mortals in the face of true darkness. Run, if you value your lives. Unwilling to succumb to fear, the group banded together, prepared to face whatever awaited them. Fists clenched, they charged at the creature with all their might. Blow after blow, they fought with the strength of desperation, their courage pushing them forward even when hope seemed lost. Suddenly, a blinding light consumed the creature, its evil essence dissipating like smoke. The group stood in awe as a figure emerged from the light, their savior. Mauricio stood before them, no longer a creature of darkness but a being of light. The curse that had taken over him had been utterly destroyed, replaced with an energy of pure goodness. I have been chosen to protect those who dare to challenge the darkness, Mauricio explained, his voice resonating with power. You have proven yourselves worthy. The curse is no more. The survivors embraced Mauricio, their joy and relief overwhelming. They had defeated the darkness, defied the curse, and come out the other side stronger and united. The abandoned asylum of Istanbul stood as a testament to their victory, a symbol of their resilience and bravery. The survivors left the haunted halls, forever changed and bound by an unbreakable bond. As the group went their separate ways, the memory of their experiences still haunted their dreams, serving as a constant reminder of the darkness they had faced and conquered. Sarah, the last one remaining, found solace in writing. She chronicled their journeys, the triumph over the curses of Jakarta and Istanbul. Her book, a testament to their bravery, became a bestseller, inspiring countless others to face their fears head-on.
Years later, on a stormy night, Sarah received a package at her door. Inside was a small, ancient artifact accompanied by a note. The Cursed Temple of Jakarta awaits your return, Sarah. A shiver ran down her spine as the memories flooded back. There was an undeniable pull, a curiosity that burned within her. Sarah knew that the curse would forever be a part of her, and the call of adventure would always be irresistible. With a determined smile, Sarah packed her bags, ready to face the horrors that awaited her. Jakarta was calling, and she was prepared to uncover its darkest secrets once more. As she ventured back into the depths of the Cursed Temple, Sarah couldn't help but wonder if her friends were still there, their spirits lingering, waiting to guide her. And so, she took a deep breath and stepped into the darkness, ready to rewrite the story of Jakarta's Cursed Temple. Little did she know that a new chapter was about to unfold, one filled with even greater horrors and challenges. But she was prepared, armed with the strength and resilience that had brought her this far. The Cursed Temple of Jakarta was only the beginning of her thrilling journey.